Well, good evening, everyone. Mike with Woods, Water, and Wisdom here. Just going to bring you another video this evening with the idea, a little bit of what I talked about last night, with an idea out of what I talked about last night. I was thinking, last night I was talking about how to glorify God, how to have everything in your life create meaning by doing it as unto the Lord. And so I want to continue with that thought tonight, and I'm going to Colossians chapter 3 verse 22 through 25, and it says, "Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything, and do it not only when their eye is on you and to curry their favor, but when with sincerity of heart and reverence for the Lord. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Anyone who does wrong will be repaid for their wrongs, and there is no favoritism." And this is very interesting because he's talking to slaves here. He's talking to somebody who really is an indentured servant, or somebody who doesn't really get paid, a slave. And he's saying, work as unto the Lord, and God will reward you. Can you imagine everything you do as a slave, you don't get paid for? It's just required of you. Your whole life, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of your work. In the United States, we get paid for our labor. You're free to choose. There's a lot of quote unquote right to work states, or even in the states where there's a union that bargains for the behalf of the worker. There's a contract there, and so you sign up for the contract to get paid for your time, because we understand and recognize that your time is the most valuable resource you have. You have just a limited amount of time. I'm amazed in my own life. I've been in healthcare 30 years now. And when I started, I thought, well, I could do this for a few years. This will be okay. I could. And here I am 30 years later, still in healthcare, still doing things for my time. I get paid for my time. My time has value. Elon Musk says you're paid in proportion to the problems that you solve. And so, that's what you're paid for is your time. But here God's saying, slaves, obey your earthly master in everything, and do it not only when their eye is on you to curry their favor, but with sincerity of heart and reverence for the Lord. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord. So he's saying here, even if you were a slave, if you did everything as an act of service unto the Lord, then God is the one who will reward you. God would be the one who would give back to you that which you would be your reward. This carries the idea that you could be a slave on this earth, never receive pay for what your work was, and then when you got to heaven, God would pay you for what you did for the time that you served. What a reward. What a system. But also, if you think about it, when you work as unto the Lord, you dedicate your time as unto the Lord. What you do as unto the Lord. Now you're infusing your life with a purpose and a meaning, and using that as an act of worship, as an offering to the Lord. You're not only doing the work and in a lot of situations getting paid for it, but because of you taking your time and serving as if it were for the Lord, then you're rewarded for that. So you infuse your life with meaning and purpose. That's how you worship God, by taking what you have, your time, your abilities, your talents, and using it for the Lord. I want to go to one other place to kind of bring this idea home, and that's over to Matthew chapter 6. And this is very interesting what Jesus says here. Starting in verse 1, he says, "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others, to be seen by them. For if you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven." If you do something for the benefit of man, then you don't have the reward from God. In other words, if you do something to be seen by man so that you get their pat on the back, "Good job, you did great," you have your reward already. I've seen this before. I've seen certain people do certain things to be seen, to be acknowledged, to get an attaboy. And Jesus right here says, if you do that attaboy, that reward by man, that pat on the back by man, will be your reward. That's all the more reward you will have, is that acknowledgement from man. He goes on here, he says, "So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with a trumpet, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honored by others." You see that? To be honored by others, drawing attention to themselves so that others will honor them. That's the reward. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Quotes, bracket here, openly. He'll be the one rewarded you. He'll be the one who recognizes what you've done. So in Colossians it says, work as unto the Lord. Do everything you do as unto the Lord, serving Him, letting Him see you. Don't serve others so that their recognition of what you're doing is your reward. And don't even serve in a manner and so that your pay is your reward. If you serve others as unto the Lord, then even if you were to get paid, you would still be rewarded because of the way you served. I don't think I'm often in saying that. If you serve and you give of yourself and your time and your talents and your abilities as an act of service and worship to the Lord, then He will be the one that rewards you. Don't do it so others see you and give you an attaboy. I don't want people taking my reward. I don't do service for others so that they can pat me on the back and say, that's a good job, you did good. I don't need to be seen because my Heavenly Father sees me. If you'll keep an eye on eternity and realize this is just our dress rehearsal for what's coming, it'll change the way you see things and the way you do things. Do things as unto the Lord. Let your life be an act of worship and let God reward you. I hope you got something out of this today. If you did, smash that like button, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.